The Commentary Booth is a show for media lovers by media lovers just like you. If you want to support the show, go to jamiapsmedia.com. Welcome to the Commentary Booth, the ultimate weekly entertainment recap and review show. My name is Jamie Apps, and each week I'll be joined by a rotating cast of co-hosts to run you through the entertainment media we've consumed during the week. Along the way, we'll provide you with insightful commentary and reviews. This week, I'm joined by a freelance commentator who lists his favourite movie as American Psycho and favourite TV show as Peaky Blinders. Welcome back to the show, Blake Robinson.
Good afternoon, how are we?
Good, thank you. How's everything over your way?
I'm going well, travelling well. Middle of dry July now, so I'm just living my best life.
Joining Jackson on the dry July train?
Yeah, this is second or third one now, consecutive, and looking like it's a thing. Good excuse just to not hang out with people.
That's what Jackson was saying. It's a good excuse to sort of just refresh, live a healthy month.
I was just talking today. I think I've timed it poorly. Like, it could have easily happened last month, but I reckon we're going to get a second wave of the COVID, and I reckon it's going to hit just as August 1 rolls around.
Yeah, that wouldn't be pleasant.
So, July's slogged itself into 2020 at a poor time.
Yeah. It's going to be easy for people in Melbourne to do dry July at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to cop that in a couple of weeks, I reckon, but is what it is. Just redundant year, this one.
Yes. Just write this one off. Let's bring on 2021.
Yeah, put a line through it. It's just a warm-up. It's just pre-season for 2021.
What else have you been up to?
You know what? I'd love to say something exciting, but I've got nothing. Just got stuck into Capone this arvo.
Yep. What'd you think?
Yeah, I was oh man, it was actually really good. Hey, I think I wasn't really expecting a gangster movie though, like going off the trailer. And I think I read a little bit about it. It's more like a little bit of a biopic of his life after gangster shit. But yeah, very good. Hey, I was impressed. Tom Hardy can just transform himself. Hey, a lot of his roles past recently have just been like complete transformations. He's just killed it.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with the movie actually.
Well, yeah, what were you expecting?
I think I just expected more. Like,
did you know much about it going into it?
No, I intentionally avoided the trailers and everything. Like, I just saw Tom Hardy in Capone. I was like, sweet, that'll be awesome.
I'm normally like, if I see a movie, after watching the trailer, like I'll shut off the trailer halfway through, just stop it. Like, I've seen enough, stop the spoilers. But I don't know, I found myself watching the full trailer, and I might have even watched it a couple of times. I really liked what I was seeing, and I was pretty keen to watch it.
I think if I'd watched the trailer, I probably wouldn't have been as disappointed, because I was just expecting it to be more the height of Al Capone, not sort of the final years.
Yeah, well, I was wondering who directed it, and I had to look it up. He hasn't really done much else. I thought it. So I was trying to get a gauge of like his direction on the movie, but yeah, I didn't really know much about him.
I don't know. I just felt like Tom Hardy just seems to intentionally pick roles where he either is hidden behind a mask or like just mumbling his way through roles.
Yeah, well, he does a big Alfie Solomon's vibes in that, from Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
It's almost like they're the same makeup artists. It's like almost just rolled off the Peaky Blinders set into Capone. It was very good though. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Just, yeah, like you look back at some of his roles recently, like Dark Knight Rises, Dunkirk, they both had that.
Oh, Bane, how good is... Oh, man, I still haven't seen Dunkirk. I don't know why.
Oh, now's the time to watch it. It's quality.
I was so keen to watch it when it was coming out. I didn't really watch it. I didn't even know he was in that, man. I knew Harry Styles was in it and Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, well, it's because he's in another one of those roles where he's got a mask on and he just kind of mumbles his way through it and you're like, what did you say, Tom? Like, I don't understand half the stuff you're saying.
What's something? Well, he's got Bane. Yeah, he doesn't really talk in that, does he? What else? I love him in Legend, where he plays his twin brother.
Yeah, that was. I think that's
that's like peak Tom Hardy. That.
I think that's my favorite role of his. That and Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Mad Max. I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. He's been in a fair bit lately.
Venom, he was okay. It just wasn't.
Oh yeah,
a great movie.
I'm trying to think of like another unmasked normal role. I don't know. It'll come to me. Yeah, Capone though. It was a few scenes there. Like I thought, no way, this can be real. Then yeah, it ended up being a dream. But he was in pretty average nick. Hey, I was just looking up while I was watching the movie what books I can read about. Like we all know what the legend of Capone, but yeah, I'm definitely keen to find out a bit more.
Yeah, so it like follows that final. I think it was the final year of his life where he just got out of prison, and then
he ends up dying a sick man at his house. So but yeah, the movie only went for an hour 40 minutes. Like for the style of movie and the path it took, it's very short. It could have been 2 hours 40. Hey, I felt like not much happened. Like I can see now why you'd be disappointed.
It shows the suffering of neurosyphilis and dementia.
Yeah. But it was very rushed. I reckon there's a lot of off cuts of that. They've edited a lot of that. Did he get good? What were the reviews like? I don't have a chance to look. What did the pros reckon?
All pretty mixed. It seems like they either loved it or were on my end where it was like a little bit flat. And I think that is because it feels rushed. Like you don't really get to invest in those characters outside Tom Hardy.
There wasn't much. I was keen to see more about that long lost son. That was sort of a hidden storyline in itself. Hey, that boy that always walked around and always rang up.
Yeah,
it was weird how they sort of drip fed that in. Hey, and then ended up nothing happened of it.
And they barely did anything from it. It was like, oh, he just showed up in the last couple of days.
I haven't had time to really have it all sink in, but now that we've talking about it, it was very strange. But I know off the cusp it was entertaining. I thought there was some pretty cool scenes in it.
Yeah, the scene at the end with the Tommy gun is probably the epic.
Badass. That was sick. But that was a dream too, wasn't it? I think.
I don't know,
because then it has him waking up after having a stroke. I think that was another one of his little strokes.
Maybe.
But then they have them clearing out his estate and all the workers leaving. But then there's people that he shot were up and about in that scene. So
yeah, I think because it's rushed too, those parts are hard to distinguish on what's real. But that could also be what the director was going for to convey the sickness that he was feeling.
Yeah. Very strange. Is that young Toby? Is he a guest this week? Is he?
That is not Toby. That is my mum's dog, Jazz. She is obviously hungry.
The great game. Yeah, I was going to. You mentioned something. Oh, Dunkirk. Yeah, I watched Greyhound as well. That's what reminded me of Graham when he mentioned Dunkirk. What did you think of that? That was sick.
I loved Greyhound. There's a lot of CGI in it, but it was still so worth it.
Yeah, I watched half the trailer. I was like, this is keen to see this. But yeah, the whole there was one scene that wasn't at sea, and the whole movie was at sea, which is pretty cool.
Yep,
wasn't many characters in it, but Tom Hanks just kills him, Rolzo.
He's such a good actor.
It's insane. I was just when I was watching, I was thinking the most iconic movies in history. He's got Forrest Gump, Cast Away, but potentially the two biggest movies of all time. Toy Story, if you will. Woody.
I don't think I've seen him in a bad movie. Anything, he seems to be very selective, but what he does pick is always incredible.
Oh, what was that movie about the plane crash on the Hudson River? Was it actually called Hudson? No, it was named after the pilot. What was his name?
Oh, yeah, I know the movie you're talking about, and I can't think of it.
It was very good. I only watched it last year, very late. It's been out for a while. Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah.
I swear, that was a very patriotic flex for America, that movie, but it was good. I liked it. I didn't swear it didn't catch much chop over here.
Yeah, I guess because it was such a very American story.
Yeah, very very 9/11-esque. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It was good. But yeah, back on Greyhound. Yeah, very interesting. Was that meant for big screen? I think I've just seen something to Sabo saying that was another one that went straight to small screen because of the COVID.
Yeah, so it was. I think it was meant to come out.
Because it's a Apple original, hey.
Yeah, meant to come out in June in cinemas, but then when everything sort of shut down, Apple purchased the rights to make it an Apple TV Plus exclusive.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, I was going to say that's a very good movie to be an Apple original. So that's what they're all doing now, eh? Like even Netflix is purchasing rights.
Yeah, and I read that Tom Hanks, like when it all went down that they were going to shift it to Apple TV, he said he was bitterly disappointed because obviously he wrote the screenplay and had done the movie and knew how epic it needed to be in a cinema.
Yeah, the cinematography was amazing. So it'd be sick in a cinema, hey? Like some of those, like the battle scenes would have been epic. It's like a big battleship movie.
Yeah, and it's based on the 1955 novel The Good Shepherd.
Is it really? Yeah. Have you read it? No.
No, but after watching this movie, I might have to go back and check it out. Like
deep into books at the moment, eh? So yeah, it could be on the list. 55 it came out, yeah, it said.
Yep.
Because it was 1951 that the Battle of the Atlantic. 1941, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so it follows this US Navy commander who's got to escort a fleet of, merchant ships across the Atlantic during World War II.
Do you know much about the book? Who wrote the book?
Oh, I did see it, but I can't remember who it was. Forrester or something?
Was he a part of the fleet or just an historian?
No, just some. Like I think it's one of those ones where it's like semi-true, like based on stories, but
yeah. Well, the movie was inspired by true events,
and yeah, it just follows these guys as they got to get across the Atlantic and in particular, the section known as the Pit, where there's no protection from the air.
Yeah.
And just
they had like 6 Nazi submarines that had to fend off, which is pretty cool. Eh? I liked it. It was a good little what do you call it, cat and mouse battle throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I loved the sort of the hunt aspect of.
There was a bit of suspense too. Like you didn't know what was going to happen next. Like I said, I was surprised when it finished and the whole movie was just based on the ship. Like there was no scenes on the land or whatever, except that one for 5 seconds.
Yeah, super intense.
Yeah, it's good. Kept me wondering. Yeah, it's good. Very good.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting all the ships to just get slowly picked off and taken out, and then like the Greyhound to be the only one left. But
confused me a bit about those merchant ships that were the part of them. I didn't know really what was going on there.
Well, I think it was just because of World War II, they needed to get supplies from, and they just drafted in people. They're like, okay, you guys have a boat that can take all this stuff that we need, so we'll take you across, but we'll protect you as best we can, but we can't guarantee anything. Yeah,
because it sounded like they were English.
Yeah, it was just a group of either US and English ships, just a mixture.
Really cool feature too is how the Germans got into the radio and they spoke English on the radio.
Oh, how scary is that scene?
Yeah, cool. That was so good.
That would induce panic across the entire fleet.
Yeah, I thought I was a genius to chuck that in. I think they did it twice. That was amazing.
I really wish we could have seen it in cinemas.
Yeah, it'll be huge. You reckon they're gonna? I went to the movies on Friday night actually. I've seen Pulp Fiction for the 60th time, but first time on the big screen, which was good.
Nice.
So yeah, they've just been doing a few old movies now that they're open back up, but can't wait to watch some new stuff. Yeah, that Greyhound would have been epic. Big screen. Sure they'll put it there eventually. Like Gala or someone will surely throw it up.
Yeah, I guess it'll all depend on Apple. Like if they...
Yeah, true, the rights.
They might do it later, like once they sort of start to see a drop in people watching it on Apple TV, be like, okay, let's chuck it out in the cinema for the people that missed it.
Surely. I wonder what impact this is going to have on the awards season and whatnot. Do you reckon much at all, or they're just going to still base it off?
They did change the rules this year.
Oh, really?
So for this year, films like this will count, whereas
Yeah.
in previous years they've had to have a cinematic release.
Because it was only like last year they changed it over that they stopped streaming services counting, eh? It's like recent.
Yeah, it was only a year or two where they made it clear that it had to have, I think it was at least 6 weeks in a cinema or something. Which is why you saw movies like Uncut Gems getting limited release across the US in cinemas before it popped up on Netflix.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, it was in cinemas in the US for, I think, the bare minimum that it had to be, and then it popped up on Netflix afterwards.
Interesting. Adam Sandler. Did they already do the awards for that? He didn't get one, eh? I don't think. Yeah, he snuck in the last season. Yeah, he didn't get one. He should have.
Yeah, he's incredible in that movie.
Even Kevin Garnett was good, man. I rated him.
That's another movie that's just like intense and just stressful the whole time.
Oh, that's just... Have you seen Good Time? The other movie the Safdie brothers did?
No.
Before that, it was a couple years before. That's the exact same. That's the most intense movie. I've still yet to watch it a second time. It was incredible, but yeah, it just left me with anxiety the whole movie and just sweating, like not knowing what's going to happen next.
Yeah, Uncut Gems just had me like freaking out the whole time. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
just
then
pay your bills, mate.
Then the way it ends, you're like, oh shit! It's like popping a balloon. It's almost let down. That's like what happens in Good Time. What other movie have them guys got? They've only got a couple, eh? The Safdie brothers. I rate them. They're good. And they always use like actors who don't have much experience too.
Well, like undiscovered talent, or they put people in roles that they're not used to.
Yeah, the female lead, I forgot her name, alongside Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. That was her first ever movie.
Oh wow, she's really good.
And yeah, she hadn't done a show or anything else other than that. She, I think she was a model, and they found her like, hey, do you want to be in this movie? You fit the script. Yeah, I watched a few interviews of her explaining it.
Good choice.
And she killed it.
And then, yeah, after Capone, I was feeling like a big Mafia vibe, so I jumped into the Mafia 2 Definitive Edition on PS4.
Isn't that a really old game? Like PS2?
Yeah, so it's originally published on PS3 and 360, Xbox 360, but they've updated it and remastered it for PS4 and Xbox One. So yeah, like because they're bringing out I think Mafia 4 is slated for next year. Later this year, they're putting out the trilogy as like an enhanced remastered version.
I've noticed it's going to be a strange transition period for like PS4 and whatnot games coming out at sort of the same time the PS5 comes out. Like I'm already torn because like I want the PS5, but there's games on PS4 coming out.
Yeah, there's always that weird like crossover period. This year I don't think it's going to be so bad because from everything that I'm hearing so far, PS5 will be able to play PS4 and the same on the Xbox side.
At what cost does the quality come in? Like, or is it not going to compromise it too much?
It'll probably drag them down a little bit.
See, I keep thinking disc, but apparently with digital they'll have it like updates for quality and stuff.
Yeah, they usually do that with disc too, though. It just makes you download stuff and hold it.
Are you a disc guy or a download guy?
I really prefer
Bit of both.
The look of the digital PS5.
Yeah.
It just looks so much cleaner and without the disc drive hanging off the side.
In half the idea of PlayStation, you can still play like Blu-ray DVDs. I know I'm a big DVD guy. Like I love chucking a DVD in. Even a lot of my favourite movies I still buy.
It's going to come down to the price differential. Like if it's only $50 or $60, I'm not going to get rid of disc because the price of games is so much cheaper.
Oh yeah, no way. Even like 100, 150. Because isn't it meant to come out at Christmas?
Yeah, they're aiming. I assume it'll be like November-ish.
It's gonna be pandemonium, hey. trying to get one. I don't know if I should just wait 3 months.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty short supply by the sounds of it because of the production issues.
They still haven't taken pre-orders. I noticed somewhere was taking expressions of interest.
Yeah, so JB Hi-Fi, you can put your name down as I want to get one or I want to pre-order, but they're not taking any cash or anything because they don't have prices yet.
I don't know, is it a smart move getting one straight away, or is it just a myth, like getting the first iPhone when it comes out, like just let them iron out the creases, or is it all the same batch? It doesn't really matter. Because I know back in the day when you got like a PS3, you were paying like way overs, and everyone always reckons they stuffed up because they weren't quality. They're just like punching them heaps out off the bat.
Yeah.
Or is that just a myth? Like surely today.
No, it generally happens. Like the 360 had the same problem. They had all the red ring issues, and even the PS4. Like I got the first shipment, and the controllers were a bit dodgy. Like the rubber on the sticks eroded, whereas in the second version they didn't.
They're just trying to punch too many out by meet demands. Like the quality control's not there.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get as many out, and they also don't sort of realise the stresses that it's going to be put under in normal conditions. And then once they realise...
Rage quit conditions.
Yeah, and then once they realise those things, they can then update the textures of the rubbers or internal componentry so they don't have those issues.
What are your thoughts on the white?
I like it. It looks futuristic.
Is it too much Xboxy?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
I don't know. I'd love to wait for a black one to appear because it's bound to, surely, a black edition.
Yeah, if it's anything like the PS4, there'll be all these special... Here's a version for this game. Here's a version for that game. Like they had the Spider-Man ones and God of War.
Give me a Mamba edition, a Mamba sleeve or something for the console. That'd be good to go with 2K21.
Yeah, if you're not desperate to get one, I'd probably wait and try and get the second batch.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I might wait, like February, March. That's probably a good time.
With Mafia 2, like it felt, you could tell it was an old game. It felt like GTA 4. The driving is pretty lackluster, and you'd have to drive a lot. The gunplay is a bit clunky, and just a pretty generic Mafia story. There wasn't anything groundbreaking, except for the use of the F word, which they use a lot.
So what did you say? There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, Mafia.
And it'll be 4.
Mafia 4 is next year.
Does it look alright or what?
It looks really good. That's why I was sort of like, watched Capone, and then
you just get a taste for it. Teaser.
Knew this was coming out. I was like, right, I'm going to get into this Mafia. Let's see what it's like. And yeah, 4 looks good. So I don't think I'll finish 2. Like it's not grabbing me. And I know there's a lot more time to be spent in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll probably just wait for 4 and then jump in then.
Like, I'm obviously going to throw heaps of my time at the new Tony Hawk's. I'm so keen for that.
Oh yeah, that looks sick.
Oh, that's going to be good. And obviously like NBA 2K. But yeah, I wouldn't mind wasting my life on something else. Maybe get back into COD. I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops. The first Black Ops on PS3, and I used to pump it, hey.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. I've been off. Yeah, I haven't gamed in a while, but yeah, I don't know. Could be getting back into it. I've got a new TV on the way as well, so I'm well prepared.
Nice.
You ordered an 8K, did you?
Nah, just a 4K. I just got a 4K Sonic one.
Oh yeah.
65 inch. Just set up in my office, which is pretty sweet.
65, yeah, I got a 65. I wanted 75, but in the shop, looking at the 75s, I was getting cross-eyed just watching them in the shop.
Yeah, unless you're sitting way back.
Yeah, honestly, got to have a huge room. And like for the price I wanted to spend on a 75, like the quality was pretty average, but for that price, in a 65, it was like top notch. So I just got 65. Pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I love my 65 in the office. I just been pumping movies and hooked the PS4 up to it, and it's been good. Might have to download NBA 2K20 since it's free this month on PlayStation.
Is it?
Yeah, so if you've got the PS Plus subscription, it's one of the free games for the month.
Yeah, I seen it was like $7 or something a few weeks ago. Everyone jumped on it.
Yeah, back to Mafia, like how I said they say the F word a lot. I looked it up today. Apparently, there's 397 times it is spoken throughout the game. And
No way.
I'm only a few hours in and they've already said it.
That's so good. Who makes it? Is it a Rockstar game?
2K.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it's like one of those, obviously known for their sports franchises, but they also have those other games.
What is it? Just like a made-up storyline, or does it follow something?
No, it's just fully made up, but
Yeah.
like that's why it's kind of pretty generic mafia mob story.
Yeah, true. Heaps of just nothing but Tommy guns and F-bombs.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is so far. Robbing jewelry stores.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Yeah, when I was at the movies the other night, the cinema, if you remember what that is, seen a few trailers of upcoming movies. Unhinged. Do you know much about that with Russell Crowe? I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it last week before.
I don't know. It's pretty full on, eh?
It looks like it could be interesting. I emailed the publisher about it.
It's hit or miss. It's a weird role. I'm not sure what to think of it. It's like very psychopath. Like, I don't know who wrote it, but obviously got a bit going on up there. It seems full on, eh? Like proper just psychopath movie.
Yeah, I hit up the publisher to try and see it before it comes out.
Are they doing premieres and whatnot?
They haven't got anything locked in at the moment. Like some places are, others are still doing, like they're sending out links, but this place isn't doing a link for that one, so it'll be probably might hear something this week or next week about screening times.
Another one, Tenet. I'd only heard about it. I didn't watch the trailer. I knew it was Christopher Nolan, but do you ever watch that one trailer?
I'm so keen for that,
bro. That is peak Christopher Nolan. Hey, how cool does it look?
That is going to break my mind. I'm probably going to have to watch it 2 or 3 times.
I am so bro. It big Dark Knight Rises vibes too. It's almost like Batman, but without Batman in it. Like legit.
Yeah, it's like
it reminded me heaps of Dark Knight Rises.
And mixed with like Inception.
Yeah, it looks very good.
So it's going to be like so much. You're going to have to watch it and then be like, I'm going to have to watch that again.
Thinking that, hey. I thought it came out this week, but I think it must be in America. It comes out July 16th. I think we got August 18th here.
Let me check. I've got it marked down somewhere.
Or 20th. Movie's coming. I'm super keen to see it.
No, I don't have it marked down.
Yeah, I think it's about like the 18th that week of August.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be definitely checking that one out.
Yeah, I'm super keen.
Oh no, Unhinged is this week, damn it.
Oh yeah, Unhinged comes out early.
Yeah,
but
it's Thursday. Yeah, mustn't. Probably not going to get to see that one early, but I might have to go check it out.
Nah, it's probably not one you want to rush into anyway and just see it when you see it. It looks like you'd watch it, but it doesn't look, I don't know, anything massive. It just looks entertaining. Russell Crowe, I'm always up for Russell Crowe to see how he adapts to a role. He's hit and miss, hey?
Yeah, like, he was awesome in...
He's normally good for like 1 in 5.
Gladiator.
Oh yeah, that's peak Rusty.
And then he's had a few stinkers since then.
What else is... I'm struggling to name a few, eh? He was in that, is it Master Commodore?
Oh, Master and Commander.
Master Commander, is it?
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
He was pretty good. He played a pretty good role in American Gangster as that undercover cop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. Looked pretty intense from the trailer.
Yeah, no, it's badass. I copped the full 3 or 4 minute trailer to the show at the cinemas. That looks a bit excessive. I don't think there's not much else coming out, but hey,
not really. Which is where sort of last night came in. I watched Relic on Stan.
Yeah, what's that?
So it's a Stan original.
I still don't have Stan. Is it worth a dabble?
It's probably worth just checking out. Like I think they do like a free month or something. Like give it a trial and see if you like it or not.
Oh, I can't see why I wouldn't.
But yeah, this one Relic is a Stan original like horror drama produced by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, really? Is he in it?
No,
I didn't even know he produced.
Stars Emily Mortimer from The Newsroom, Robin Nevin and Bella Heathcote, who's been in Dark Shadows, Man in the High Castle, and Neon Demon.
Oh, was she that like the lead in Man in the High Castle?
I think she's too young to be the lead. I think she would have been one of the side characters.
Oh, true.
Yeah, this one.
True.
Relic follows a mother and daughter who are they go out to see the matriarch of the family, so the grandmother, because she'd been missing for a few days.
Yep.
And then when they get there, it's the house is empty. And it's like all the walls and the bowls of fruit are covered in mold, so she obviously has been missing for a while.
Yeah.
There's all these new locks on the doors, and then it just follows like them trying to work out what happened to this old lady.
I feel as though I've seen a trailer or seen something about it. Sounds familiar. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
It's a pretty intense, like oppressive and dark film, and it
looks. Oh, so it's a movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks sick. I'm looking up now.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's like when you get to the end of it, you realize it's an allegory for dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's mad. I didn't know Jake Gyllenhaal produced movies.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the producer until I started looking it up this afternoon. Get a few extra details. But
yeah, that's definitely up my alley, eh?
Definitely worth checking out. Like, if you're going to get a trial for Stan, this would be the first thing I'd jump on.
Yeah, for sure. It looks sick. Yeah, I'm going to watch that this week.
Like, it's only about 90 minutes or so, but it doesn't rush through anything. It just slowly builds the tension and sort of has you questioning the whole time about what's going on with this old lady. Like, is there some sort of weird supernatural element going on? But it really is. It's just about like dementia and Alzheimer's and how it just takes over people's lives. And like the mold is sort of representative of that.
Yeah. That looks good.
Yeah, definitely worth checking that one out.
Yeah, I'm going to for sure. Well, another one I too, I forgot. I've seen the trailer. Quiet Place 2. I forgot about that. That looks good, eh? I rated the original.
Yeah,
the first
that
one.
was meant to come out ages ago and then it got delayed. I've totally forgot about it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know when it's coming out now. It just must be soon. Looks good. Looks like, there's a hit and miss that, because that movie could have finished just the one movie, but they've gone back for seconds, which doesn't always work, but this looks like it's working.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they continue that story, because the first one was such a well-produced story.
Oh, is it? Just looking now. Is it Netflix? I don't know.
The original was a Netflix one.
Looks good, eh? But another one I forgot about. It popped up. Halloween 2. I completely forgot there was going to be a second one.
Yeah, did that get delayed or brought forward this week?
Yeah, no, it's delayed. I think it was meant to be this October, but they've pushed it back to October 21.
Oh, spewing.
Yeah, it's heaps far away. They released a teaser. I don't know. Did you see it? They released one this week. It was like a 30-second teaser. There wasn't much in it, but it was basically like Jamie Lee Curtis and her family in the back of like a truck leaving the house. Because remember the house? She burnt the house down.
Yep. With
Myers in the basement. So it was basically them fleeing on the freeway in the back of the truck, then going the opposite direction towards the house. It was like emergency services. And she's like pretty much yelling out, just like, let him burn. And that was it. That went for like 30 seconds. That was just a little teaser. So he's never gonna die, eh? I don't know how, because didn't they like lock him in the basement?
Yeah, they fully trap him in there and just burn the house down. But I guess maybe the fire didn't get down in there in that time.
Well, no, I'm sure when it ended though, I walked out saying, yeah, there's 100% another one. There was something.
Yeah, he definitely did. I remember us walking out being like, he didn't die there, did he?
I hope they don't overdo it though. But I liked the remake, the 2018 version. Eh? It was good.
Yeah, that was a quality one. Could
have went either way. I might watch it again. Get some horror on this week for sure. It's going to be. I'm looking out the window now. It's going to be a gloomy week. So
I'm trying to think of other good horror movies I've watched recently that you should check out.
I don't know. Would you call Midsummer a horror? I guess it was a lot to follow on from Hereditary, but
yeah, it's a horror. It's definitely a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie in the sense of it being dark and sketchy. Like it's weird because it's really bright coloured.
Yeah, it's a bit freaky.
Like that makes it so much more off-putting because it's this dark, scary story, but it's just really brightly coloured the whole time. You're like, what the hell?
There was just a few little scenes here and there. It just like sent chills down your spine. Like, oh dear. That was good. Yeah, I loved Hereditary too. I'm too scared to watch it again though. That was at the time the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a scary ass movie.
Bro, it's a proper scary movie. That was the first time I watched the movie and I got like full body chills.
Check out It Comes at Night on Netflix as well. That was a good one.
I've only watched. Is that the second one of the It? Is that the same?
No, it's a totally separate one. It's just called It Comes at Night, and it's
on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched it the other week. Really good.
Yeah, hectic. Yeah, I'll get around that. It was just another scary one just popped up. Oh, is there another Annabelle coming out? I fully think there is.
I think there is.
Where is it? There is. Annabelle Comes Home. Or was that the most recent one?
I don't know if that's the most recent one or if that's the one coming.
There's something coming out. I've seen it on the Event Cinemas website. Annabelle Comes Home, maybe. That's another one. There's a few too many of them. I don't know. Annabelle Comes Home came out last year.
Yeah, sometimes they just hit something and they just drag it on too long.
See, what's that? That's from The Conjuring, eh?
Yeah, so the Conjuring came.
Conjuring was sick.
Awesome, and then they did Conjuring 2, and then I think they did Conjuring 3, and then they spun off Annabelle.
They did a Nun. Was it Nun? That was from Conjuring. That was disgraceful.
And that was all because that character was so good in The Conjuring. They were like, oh, yep, let's spin this one off.
It was, bro. The Nun, yeah.
Sketchy as in The Conjuring.
Yeah, it was terrifying. That was another movie. It was proper terrifying. There'd be that or Hereditary, the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I got sent a link for a movie called The Vigil.
Sounds familiar, eh?
It's based on sort of the Jewish tradition of when somebody dies, another person has to sit and watch the body until like the morticians and everything take it and do the burial.
Yeah. This looks pretty hectic, yeah. I'm looking at it now.
The trailer I saw...
Oh, how's this old lady? That looks terrifying. Bruh.
That's my Wednesday night sorted. I get to sit there and scare the crap out of myself with that one.
That looks hectic. Blumhouse did it too, so that's promising.
Yeah, it's going to scare me, I think.
Bruh.
Just the trailer, I was like, this is... ooh.
Yeah, wow, that looks sick. I'm going to watch that. Just quickly, you stuck on been watching Big Brother or not?
No, I gave up after the first week.
Bruh, I'm invested. I have not missed an episode.
Terrible.
And like three a week is not doing it for me.
Has it got... well, you're obviously hooked. I was going to say, has it got any better?
I wouldn't know. It's still like the same vibe. It's like... I've read a bit into it and all that now, but it's very family friendly. I think that was their motive behind it, and a lot of the housemates that have been evicted or left are starting to speak out now, saying how shit the editing is. Yeah, well, like because they're obviously watching it back at the same time we are, and yeah, saying how like they've portrayed certain people in the house to be a different character and to what they actually are. But it's happened with a few of them.
Yeah, that's the problem with pre-recorded and heavily edited.
I don't know why it's not live, man. I don't know why it's not live.
I think it's all because of that flack that they got for the last couple of seasons where it just got ridiculously, like, X-rated.
Bit too raunchy. Yeah, it's got none of that now. Even Love Island, I think that was, like, 2 days behind. So it was sort of live, but it was up to date. But they've been out of their house for months now. How
did the whole COVID lockdown bit translate? I saw the ads for it.
They built it up. They built it up heaps. It was a bit of a letdown. It was just one of the crew members or the cameraman or whatever come into contact with someone who tested positive.
Yep.
So it wasn't like a crew member tested positive, but as a precaution, they just had to lock the house down, and I think they just paused the game for like 48 hours
until everyone sort of got tested.
So yeah, they were just like freelancing for like 48 hours. That was it. Yeah.
I can just imagine how like weird that would have felt.
So like they brought him into the diary room or whatnot, because they knew about the coronavirus. So they gave him all the heads up before.
Yeah, because in the ad they made it look like they had no idea about coronavirus, and then all of a sudden the cameras just stopped working. And,
Yeah, I know.
like, imagine how creepy that would be if you were in the house, had no idea, and then all of a sudden you realize none of the cameramen are here, none of the cameras are moving. Like, did they just leave us here?
I think they would have, yeah, because then they just used the fixed cameras in the house for those 2 days. Like, there wasn't any crew there.
Yeah, but even like those fixed cameras weren't moving; they were just stuck in position.
Yeah, they're wondering like what's going on. But I think they left the house just as it was starting to get serious. So they weren't in there. They weren't missing much. So they would have been out of the house like while it was full lockdown. So they wasn't too much of a pandemic.
Yeah, the ads definitely look like it got blown up pretty heavily.
Yeah, I haven't seen any good reviews about it. Everyone's just giving it shit. I don't know. It's entertaining. I'm a sucker for it. I live for Big Brother night.
I watched that first week and I was like, nah, this isn't the vibe I was after for Big Brother.
I'm way too interested in who's going to win now. I need to know.
Who's your pick?
Bro, it honestly could be anyone, but I'm thinking Matt, the board-editor guy. Everyone thinks Dan, and Dan's a favourite, but it's going to come down to Matt and Dan being put up for eviction, I reckon. Then they're going to go Dan, because Dan's the biggest threat, and he's going to go. So I'm thinking Matt. Matt's a good pick at $7 if you're having a punt.
Matt, like the older guy?
He's that board-editor. Oh, sort of. He's that bald-headed guy from Broken Hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's not who I was thinking.
It's gonna heat up soon. As much as Big Brother can heat up.
Are they doing like live voting for the final or anything?
That's what I thought, man, because they keep saying like who wins you decide and the ad breaks. I'm like, how the hell do we decide? But no, I don't know, because to my knowledge everyone is out of the house.
Yeah, weird.
I don't know, not unless they've kept the finalists in there a bit longer, then it is going to be live, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Or do they just sort of get it down to the final two, and then out of those final two,
we vote? Yeah, I can't work out how they're going to do it. There's got to be a curveball somewhere, because it's been so predictable so far what they've been doing.
Yeah, I suppose when it's so edited, like you can tell who's going to get booted.
And it's almost like they choose who they want to get rid of and who they want to keep for like reviews and like the entertaining ones. But the best part about Big Brother back in the day used to be like the live evictions. Remember, like massive crowd, and there was Gretel, Colleen up on the stage, and you could like text in and vote them off. That was peak Big Brother.
Yeah, that first series was awesome.
The Brie and Fitzy days take me back.
So, what would be your top recommendation for the week?
Ooh, gee, I don't know. I'm gonna say watch the trailer for Tenet and clear your schedule to go watch the movie when it comes out. I recommend going to see Tenet. There you go.
Interesting call.
I'm recommending a trailer this week.
No, it is a pretty good trailer.
No, it looks sick, man. That's peak Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to recommend Greyhound.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about Greyhound, but I'll let you take it.
90 minutes, perfect little war movie, and it covers like a part of the war that you don't normally see. Like you very rarely see naval battles from World War II.
Yeah. It's almost like Pearl Harbor. What Pearl Harbor wasn't.
Yeah, so like you usually see something like Pearl Harbor, which is an air attack, or you see
it's sick. I read it.
Actual on-ground soldiers. You never really see the Navy, which was a big part of World War II.
And now that I think about it, another couple of little features in that would the torpedoes, how they showed them like flying through the water.
Yep,
that was a pretty cool little feature. And what was another one? Oh, when they were tipping those bodies overboard when they did that funeral service, and it was just like skeletons in bags. That was very moving, I guess. A bit haunting.
Burials at sea because they just had no space to keep them anymore.
Yeah, and their bodies got completely mutilated. And there was just like skeletons in bags, and like you notice the last one gets stuck as they're tipping it in. It was just little things like that really made the movie. And like Tom Hanks's feet, how they were like all bloody for like blisters and walking around.
Yeah, because he was on his feet the whole time.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool little details like that really made the movie.
Yeah, because that's what they said. Like, you see him get up for that first. Okay, we're about to be. The planes are about to leave. He gets up, and he never goes back to his cabin. He's on the brig the whole time, just in his like little slipper things. He never eats. He just drinks a couple of coffees.
Apocalyptic conditions too. Yeah, if they're not under fire with missiles and torpedoes and the subs, and there's like an ice storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
Imagine how scary that would have been being on one of those ships, though, seeing a torpedo just flying towards you. Like, okay, we're in trouble here.
Yeah, I wonder. I know it's a movie, but I wonder how well you could have seen torpedoes flying through the water. Surely they were going too quick. Or like the conditions would have to be perfect too, obviously.
Yeah, you'd have to spot it, but I assume that you would be able to see them at some point, because they are just they'd have a big wake behind them.
Yeah, look, I'd happily
prefer to not see it coming, though.
Rather not know. From experience, yeah, I'd carry on with my life without knowing if that was the choice.
Yeah, well done, Apple Plus, on snagging the rights to that one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did good.
Okay, awesome. So,
sick.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the commentary booth. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media at JamieAppsMedia, and you can follow Blake over on Twitter at Captain Crumbs with a Z.
Till next time.
The Commentary Booth is a fan-funded production of Jamie Apps Media. You can support the podcast alongside our magazine Jam Zine over on Patreon at patreon.com/Jamie Apps Media. The following people supported at the Jam publisher level or higher, and you cannot fathom how incredibly appreciative we are for their support. Brian and June Hart, Courtney Paulson, Tracy Apps.